Wallace for being in the white. Do you notice that stuff when you?
Not really. You just kind of just block them out. You hear what they're saying, but at the end of the day, you just keep rolling with it.
What was some of the focus coming off that scrimmage from Saturday for the defense?
This week we set like personal goals for ourselves as well as team and unit goals. Our goal for today was as a unit being physical, and we didn't. From a standpoint, we didn't accomplish that today, but it's always another day we come out and accomplish that again.
Do you feel like you guys have been physical enough this spring, or starting to build that trait?
At times we have, but it's got to be more on a consistent basis. It can't just be on and off. It's got to be all the time.
Is that something you really have to work on, especially when you look at the wide receivers across you? You have guys like North and Pearson and Kroom.
Definitely. It's definitely going to set us up for the season, because if you can go against those receivers in practice, you pretty much can go against anybody in the SEC.
What about the sense of urgency being where it needs to be for spring? Because it's not like you're playing Georgia or Florida next week. I mean, it's spring. Does that, on some level, make it harder to make sure that the sense of urgency and the physicality is where it needs to be every day?
It is, but at the same time, the time is now. We can't wait until summertime and then fall camp and things like that to try to turn it on. It starts now in spring.
I think by most accounts, pretty much everyone would say you had a good freshman season. But as you looked at your game, what's the next step? What are a couple things like, hey, you want to get better at everything, obviously,
right.
But if it's one or two things, they're like, I got to do this better,
right.
What would that be?
Being physical, definitely my main goal this year, being physical, and then just tackling the space. That's kind of like what coaches have set forth on myself, and as well as me setting forth a couple of my goals for this year as well.
Is it like a fundamental thing, or like a fundamental technique kind of deal, or just more of a mental, like a mindset, physicality kind of deal?
It's both. Just trying to get the guy on the ground, and then we go through various drills and things like that to kind of work with that. But at the end of the day, it's just being a player and making the tackle.
Kim, what have you seen from Emmanuel? He seems like he's got some first team work over there. So what have you seen from him?
Great hard worker. He's just always in there trying to get in the film. He's always coming to me or to the other DBs asking questions, and he wants to work. And that's what we need those kind of guys on the field.
You try to take him under your wing a little bit, because you were kind of in his shoes. You didn't enroll early last year, but you were a freshman.
Definitely.
A lot.
Definitely. We have the big brother system. I'm not his big brother, but I'm big brother to all the young guys, and even if it's offensive guys, I still kind of help them, whether it's academics or even on the football field, always staying on top of them.
He seems pretty fast. Is that something that jumps out to you about it
Yeah,
when you're watching him play?
Definitely. He's definitely a track guy. He's got to use that speed, and his speed is going to help him out a lot.
Based on your experience, what's the biggest challenge for a freshman quarterback?
The biggest experience, or
the biggest challenge? Yeah.
Biggest challenge, just coming in and playing. Maybe the size and things like that, but once you get over those and the fears and things like that, you can't be scared to play football. Football is football at the end of the day.
You came in and played right away without necessarily benefits. How much do you think they can benefit from having these spring practices before they kind of get their feet wet?
Definitely, they get adjusted well, and then they get this spring practice, and then summer, and then they roll over into the fall. All that's going to help them definitely in the season.
Just I mentioned it help this team's overall talent level, just to have all these newcomers coming in.
Right. Right. We're going to bring a lot to the table. You can see that now during the spring. Guys are making plays both sides of the offense and defense, and it's going to roll over into the season.
What was the biggest challenge for you last year? Was there one technique or one opponent that stands out?
No, not at all. Not at all. You can't be scared. Like I said, you can't be scared to play football. Football is football at the end of the day.
But just the biggest challenge for you. What was the biggest challenge last year?
Getting adjusted to the playbook and things like that. It's a lot of different schemes and things we have to know, and you just got to take time just to go through all those things.
And do you feel like y'all could be a faster defense this season? It looks like with maybe moving a couple corners to safeties to linebackers to end. I mean, it looks like there's maybe not as much size out there, but more speed. Is that
Right.
something that you can see?
Definitely. But think about it, we're playing more versatile this year. We're playing all those different positions, and just knowing every position is going to make us better on the field. So we might not be moving as fast or is playing as fast, but that mental game and knowing what our opponent's going to run is definitely going to put us in position to make plays.
How much more important is it to keep that pressure on offenses? Because people, so many spread offenses and throwing the ball around the yard these days. It looks like offenses are always comfortable and in rhythm. Is that the job to kind of get them out of rhythm?
Definitely, you got to take them out the rhythm. Once they get that rhythm, they're up and rolling. And once we take over their offense and stop them from running their plays, we definitely got them.
What was the focus for you guys today coming out of scrimmage? I'm sure you probably already asked, but
As a unit, our focus for today is physicality.
when you watched it on tape, did that stand out that you guys didn't maybe tackle as well as you needed to? You didn't play
Yes, sir. We didn't as well, but like I said, it comes with spring, and just keep going forward from that and just keep working on that.
Hey, Coach, calling you marshmallows today.
Yes, sir. He always has some type of name for either the unit or any individual on the team, but you kind of just block that out and just keep it rolling.
much more relaxed and confident do you feel now than you did last fall?
Definitely more confident. Just that 1 year experience builds a lot of confidence, and going against those guys in the SEC and throughout practice definitely gives you a chance and makes you more confident.
Was there one game or one play last year where you just felt like you really made a big stride and grew up a lot?
It started in fall camp. Just making plays at fall camp and then rolling over into the season. It's not just one play. Like I said, coming out and making plays, you build confidence making plays, and I just got a lot of confidence making a lot of plays.